Hello there, beautiful people. I am so excited to see you here again on my channel. Today we are doing a DIY bridal makeup look. First of all, if you are getting engaged or getting married soon, congratulations. It's super exciting and I'm so happy for you. I completely understand that you want everything to look perfect, so this is why I'm making this video today. I am starting off with a clean face, so this is something that I'm working with right now. The first and foremost thing that I would start with is obviously going to be skin prep, and that is the most important thing in terms of bridal makeup or makeup in general, because you want your makeup to last for a very long time. So make sure your face is genuinely cleansed properly. Right now we are at the stage of hydrating. Make sure that your skin is properly hydrated. Today I will be using a new product here. I'll be starting off with this Shante Cali 80 Rose Dewy. This is pure rose water, you guys, and I'm just going to hydrate my face. This one smells roses. And let me know if you are the type of person to do your makeup on your bridal day, because I was definitely was, and I just like the way I do my makeup, and I would definitely not be able to trust anyone else. It would probably take me a very long time to do so. Now I'm going in with this Superfood Air Whip moisturizing cream from Youth to the People, and I'm just applying that everywhere, making sure that we're super hydrated. Even if you have oily skin, skipping this step will probably make your foundation look caked, so make sure you don't skip this step, especially on a day like this. By the way, I do regularly suggest that you use the products that you trust and you've used before, especially on a day like this. You don't want to introduce yourself to new products. I am introducing you to a product that I've been using, but make sure you don't use new products because you don't know how they're going to react throughout the day. Make sure you have tried this one before your wedding or your engagement, so that you would look perfect the way you want it to look. For my skin prep, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Niacinamide Power Grip Primer. This is the same one as the green one we have already been introduced to before, but this one is the pink one, which has niacinamide, which helps to boost that hydration as well, you guys. This is the drugstore brand. I'm like applying this and it's already so grapey, it's crazy. I have used this one before and I definitely would recommend it. Plus, especially, it will give you that nice moisturized base. Now for that extra glow, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some serum. I love this Dialba spray. This gives me the most perfect, super glowy finish underneath my makeup. As you can see, I'm using all of the moisturizing products right now so that I could keep that nice, very hydrated base underneath everything. This also helps with making sure that everything gets blended out so much more easier than if you were just to put it on your dry skin. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead with SPF. Currently, I am testing this one out. I just received this SPR. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Dew Shield Hydration Fluid, and it has SPF 30. As you can see, I have applied it after everything just because I don't know how this product will react. Usually if I apply sunscreen before any of these products, it would start pilling, so I suggest not to do that. I would suggest going in with after all of your moisturizing products. This way everything just stays in put. You can definitely use the Power Grip after, but since it doesn't has niacinamide, I'm just really scared that it's gonna start pilling, so I'm just trying to avoid that. Alright, now we are ready to go ahead with our foundation. Today I'm going to be using my used and abused foundation. This is Luminous Silk by Armani. This one is in shade 3.8 and I love this one. It matches my skin tone beautifully. It doesn't over whiten my skin, as well as it doesn't look cakey at any time. Right here on the back of my hand, this is enough for now, and I'll be using a complexion brush and I'll just apply it. I trust these brushes at this moment. I have been using them for at least a week and I love, you guys, I love the effect of it. By the way, I want to go a little bit off topic. I know this is something that is not pretty relatable to this channel in particular, or what I do on this channel. I know I am focused on beauty because this is something that I am very inspired by. I love beauty, but I also get really inspired by trendy stuff or reading people's stories. If you are the type of person to love reading stories and would be interested to see me in a different point of view and the way I talk about other things, I would love for you to join me in my second channel. I have opened another channel and I'm pretty active on there. I have already uploaded 10 videos on there, you guys. So why don't you join me on there? I have added the links down below, but it's genuinely Louisa Reacts, and I'm just so excited for you to join my little growing journey on there as well. We'll get to see how I think about stories, how I would react to some things that people are writing on Reddit, on TikTok, and etc. So you will just get to learn a little bit more about me. So I'm just so excited for that as well. But yeah, I am currently still applying the foundation, making sure the tone is as even as possible. I'm not focusing too much around the eyes because we are going to be adding concealer, so that is not something that we have to worry about just yet. So we making sure that everything looks even. That's our main focus for now. Also, dragging it a little bit to the neck. If you are using something that is off the shoulder or shows a lot of your neck, I would consider putting some foundation onto your neck as well. But I will be also adding a few other products on your body you'll be seeing later in this video, just to add in a little bit of extra touch to it as well. By the way, another tip, if you're trying to look a little bit more hydrated, if you're trying to get that base a little bit more hydrated, you could definitely use a sponge instead of a brush. I just like a brush a little bit more because it helps to get that airbrush look, and especially because I'm using this dense brush, it helps to do that even better. Now I'll be contouring and I'll be using two products here, you guys. I will be using this one, which is going to be more of a bronzier. It is a contour, but it's a little bit more bronzier, but still cool tone. I'm going to use a couple of dots around my cheekbone area as well as the forehead. And then I'll apply the contour over there. This one is a little bit more darker. This one is also a little bit, they actually look identical, but they do have different textures, and I'm just going to apply it right at my hairline so that everything looks interconnected, everything looks seamless, and there's no white foundation on my hairline. If you have darker hair, just keep that in mind as well. Now I'll go ahead and apply some on my nose. We are going to be structuring it out with another brush, just so you know. I'll also be adding some on my lips. And to make my jawline a little bit more sharp, if that's what you're looking for, you could go ahead and do this. I wouldn't go towards the chin too far. I would just focus on the angle right here. That's where the shadow hits the most. And if you add in some here, it's going to look a little dirty. So just keep in mind of that. All right, so now I'm going to blend it in by pressing it in and just keeping it in the same area. I'm not dragging it around too much, but just currently making sure that it is blended out at the area where I applied it. It just gives you more of a lifted look, which I really appreciate. We're also going to be adding some powder products because the cream products, they tend to blend in too much, and if you want to add in a little bit more dimension, you could definitely go in with powder products, which I will be going in with right after I finish setting my face. Alright, so now I'll take a smaller brush like this one. This one is specific for contour on the nose. The number on this one is SUN03. If anyone is interested, they are from Sodor Oki. Alright, so for my blush today, I will be focusing something that will give some natural flush. As you can see, my bronzer slash contour is a little bit more on the natural side. It doesn't give off like it's too bronze, but it gives off a little bit of like dimension over to my face, and it just gives off that natural shadow. I will be fixing everything with concealer, you guys, don't worry, we haven't applied that one yet. I know I look a little crazy with my lips looking like this, but once everything is cleaned up with a concealer, added with some eye makeup, everything will look beautifully. I'm going to be using some Fui blushes. This one in particular is the Mousse blush, or you could call it the pudding pot. And that one is more of a satin blurred out finish. It's not glowy. I don't want to do glowy because we have already a lot of components that make our face look glowy. So we're going to go with matte. And generally, this is what I'm going to be focusing at this moment. I'll be focusing more on matte looks at this point of makeup. So yeah, I'm going to be using this shade right here. This shade calls Girls, and it's gorgeous. I'll be applying with a silicone brush. The texture of these blushes is just so pretty. As you can see, this is a red color. Red color is just so important because we want to give that natural flush of color. Alright, so I have wiped off some of the contour of my lips because it does feel a little heavy. Now I'll go ahead and try to set my face just a little bit so that I could add in some powder products, and then I will be baking our face and then doing the eye makeup as well. Blush as well as the She Glam powder, and I'll be using the pressed powder, which is on top here. It also comes with a loose. This one is pink, which is going to help to brighten up some areas around the eyes as well. I'm just lightly tapping it in just to make the face a little bit more matte so that I could apply powdered products, like I said. And then I'll go ahead and bake after. This is just not going to cause any clashing between the textures of the makeup. Alright, so for our bronzer, I'll go ahead with this one. This is from Ofra. And this is the duo bronzer called River. Beautiful. Two shades coming with highlighter. Bronzer that is a little bit more like a glitter with some gleam bronzer with some glitter in it, and as well as a matte one, which is perfect duo in my opinion. You could use this separately but as well as together, and I just want to add in a little bit of that onto my face here just to make my look a little bit more sun-kissed and a little bit bronzed up. Okay, now before we go ahead with a powder blush, we're going to use a concealer. Now go ahead and use the concealer that you would always trust. Two of the concealers that I would trust for this makeup, I would go with NARS, which is super nice at brightening, as well as this one, which is the Magic Eraser, right? The Instant Eraser by Maybelline. I think I'm confusing Magic Eraser with something else, but I would honestly apply it right underneath my eye right here. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one instead. This one is the corrector, so it's going to brighten up just a little better. And I'm not applying it directly under my eye, as you could see. I'm literally going right under just so that we could bring this up once it sets in a little bit. Now you could also clean up areas right here to make the jawline a little bit more sharper. You could add some on the forehead as well. Now I'm going to use this angled brush. This is Angie Hot and Flashy A506 from BK Brushes, and I'm going to go ahead and drag this under my nose a little bit just so the color corrects there too. Sometimes there is a little bit of dark spots over there, so I try to conceal that as well. Now I'm dragging it over to my inner corner by tapping it in. I'm not literally dragging it, I'm just slowly expanding it over to my eye. This way it will lift the eye, will conceal the area, and just make everything look really nice and seamless, you guys. Did you see the difference? It has made a significant difference on how my under eyes are looking, and also you will be keeping yourself away from all the creases by doing this because it sets in a little bit into the crevices as well, and everything just looks a little bit more smooth. Now I'm going to blend the concealer that's on my forehead and under my... Alright guys, now I think it's the perfect time to do my eyebrows. I will do them as I usually do whatever is comfortable for you, but obviously I would definitely recommend for you to go very light-handed with your eyebrows. Eyebrows could look really bad if you do them wrong, so do them the way you usually would. Two of my most favorite products for eyebrows is going to be one by Morphe and the other one by Brow Code, you guys. These are the most favorite eyebrow pencils you could ever just feel like the more enhanced by naturally we are on our wedding days, the better. And make sure that we are not making the front pieces too dark. We want to keep them really nice and airbrushed. I will go ahead and add in a little bit of darkness around this one, around the tips of my eyebrows, just so that they look a little bit more. Now I'll go ahead and clean them up with my flat foundation brush, and I'll clean it with a concealer. All right, beautiful, that is done and we are ready to go. I am so excited. I'll go ahead and use blush now that is in a powder format. I'll be using this one from Floresces. Love this one so much. I always come back to it. Let me try this red one on top of the blush that we have put on already, just because it is looking like a similar shade. We're just going to enhance that a little bit. We don't want to look like we are sun-kissed a little bit this way. Alright, so for our eyes today, we're going to do something simple. I'm going to go back to this beautiful nudes from Concelaer, and we're going to do a really nice base. I'm going to only mostly use this one right here. I don't want to use any glitters today. We're going to be really matte, just so we could keep that area a little more basic. I just like to do that for bridal makeup in general. But if you want to add in some glitter, you could definitely add it in the inner corners. This is what I would like it to do. Probably add some under maybe today, we'll see. But I'll be mostly using this one right here. I'm using a fluffy brush. Just make sure that you have pressed in any creases if that's something that you have. You could also use an eyeshadow primer. My favorite one is going to be from Kaleidos as well. That one has a little bit of a tint so it doesn't look like it's extra white. Like I said again, we want to look really natural. We don't want to look like we're doing too much. We're literally just enhancing our features. So go and follow with whatever your features would most likely go best with. So I'm mostly focusing on the outer corner here. Since I have a hooded eye, I'm blending this one out on the hood as well. Now I'm working in the darker shade right here. into my outer corner. Since we're not going to be adding any line, I just want to focus it this way. It will just emphasize the eye shape, will give a little bit more attention to my eye, but it won't bring too much attention and still will look really natural. Sort of like smoking out the eye, but still keeping it really low-key. I will be making more videos for the bridal gals because this one is more of a natural one. I want to do a little bit more heavier one in the next video. Let me know if you're planning to do any particular one and you want me to recreate it so that you could see how I do it. If you have inspiration on Pinterest, you could send it to me my DM or email down below and I will take a look and definitely give it a try so that you could use it with my inspiration on your bridal day. Also, make sure you check my last video of my bridal makeup. I did one from Thai makeup and that one really was loved by many people. If you like something pink and glittery, that makeup look was immaculate, you guys. Like I said, I didn't want to add glitter, but I want to add it just a little bit on my waterline, not waterline, near my waterline right here. I'm adding the glitter on this palette, curling my lashes now, and I'll go ahead with the Concelaer. This is the one that is a tubing mascara. Tubing mascara is super good for events like this because this is not going to go anywhere, and if you're crying, it's not going to be leaking through your whole face. Even if it comes off, it's going to come off in clumps and it's just easier to clean. So that's what I would recommend, definitely. I'll start off from like the waterline and slightly go to the top. This one also coats beautifully. Alright, so now I want to go and add in some cluster lashes. I'll be adding from Aero. These are the cluster already individual pieces that I could already add onto my eyes, and you don't need to use glue. So this is what I like to use. I'm not going to be using the full lash because it's going to look silly on my eye, but I'll definitely add in into the inner corners to enhance my lashes length. When I look onto the side, you could really tell how much longer and fuller my lashes look. When it comes to bridal eye makeup, I try to do lashes because this was going to give that more of a full effect, while I'm gonna keep the whole makeup look though a little bit more natural and not too much attention on that. This way it's going to look nice and airy. So this is what I'm going to do. Basically, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and I'll be right back. Final touches, we're going to be doing a lip combination. Today I'm going to be using Stone from MAC and I'll just outline the lips. And I'll just fill it out a little bit around the inner corners to give it a little bit of an ombre look. I like nudes when it comes to bridal makeup, so for our lips, I'm going to be using, again, Flower Nose. This one is that perfect pinkish color. And I'll apply it right on to the middle. Last final touches are going to be adding some shimmer to our collarbones as well as the chest. And I'll be using this shimmery glitter jelly pot, and this is from Vegan. I'm going to be warming it up with a finger. And I would literally just apply it right here. Look at that glow. It's crazy. Love this application so much. You could use the silicone brush as well, but it just gives you that natural dewy skin effect. It's not sticky at all. It's super glowy. Alright, you guys, we are now almost done. I just want to add in a little bit of glow. I'm going to go ahead and use this Sephora collection palette with the Tree bronzer, blush, and highlighter shade. I'll go ahead and use this one right here on the one that is in the middle, and I'll just apply it on here. Gorgeous. So pretty. Alright, to wrap everything up, we're going to be using this setting spray from the Impeccable line of Anastasia Beverly Hills. There you go, people. I am so excited to let you try this makeup look. Let me know if this is something that you could be inspired by. Let me know if you're recreating something else, and like I said, if you have any inspiration that you want to try and you want to know how I would do it, send it to me and I will recreate it for you so that you could have a tutorial. We're just trying to make everything personal here. Once again, make sure you check out my second channel. I really hope to see you on there, but for now, I really hope you enjoyed everything and I hope you have a good one. So it's time to say goodbye.